Good morning, New Canaan High School.
I'm Katherine Evans.
And I'm Rob Frangione,
coming to you live from the NCTV studio. Today is Wednesday, September 11th, and a day H. This is the first official full broadcast of the school year, and we're so excited to be back. Right, Rob?
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to be back. I'm glad we're here now because we have a ton to update everyone on.
On today's show, we'll meet the new teachers, a special segment on 9/11, and introducing the fall sports season.
Sounds like it's going to be a great show, but before all that, please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
As you all know, today marks the 23rd anniversary of the 9/11 terrorist attacks on the Twin Towers in New York City. Today we honor the memory of all the innocent lives lost from this horrific event. I'm sure you noticed the flag behind us. This flag was specially given to us by Mr. Egan. On it are all the names of the first responders who passed away that day. Mr. Egan holds his flag close to his heart, especially today, since his cousin Joseph Patrick Henry, who was one of the many firemen who passed away that day, bravely trying to save others on ladder number 21. I caught up with Officer Deke to hear about his experience on 9/11. He was initially at his house, but when he heard about the event, he and 6 other police officers went to the scene. Here's what he had to say about that day.
Just remember walking in ankle-deep dust and papers and shoes and cars that were destroyed and fire trucks that were smashed. And it was just, it was surreal because when we got down to the pile, literally you're looking at this heap that's hundreds of feet tall, thousands of feet wide, of just concrete and steel. And this pile is on fire, and you're just looking, going, what am I looking at? And it was just so emotional because you felt helpless. There was nothing you could do.
We also want to take a moment to honor former NCHS students Brad Fetchett and Jack Dempsey. Brad Fetchett worked at the World Trade Center, and Jack Dempsey, who joined the Marine after 9/11 and later passed away. We also want to honor my uncle, Andy O'Grady, who worked at the World Trade Center. Please join us for a moment of silence.
This school year, we have a ton of new teachers and staff joining us here at NCHS in a bunch of different positions, such as teachers, counselors, and administrators. The following names are staff members that are either new to the district or position changes: Alice Cascapra, Adam Leone, Nicholas Frank, Alex Kellner, Lindsay Gottfried, Rebecca Buruana-Payne, Kelly Plato, and more. If you see these staff members around the school, make sure to give them a big welcome and show them why NCHS is such a great place to be.
Reminder that tomorrow night is open house from 7 to 9 p.m. Your parents will be coming here to meet your teachers and learn about what we'll be doing this school year. If your parents don't know already, make sure to remind them and give them your schedule. A quick reminder for all freshmen, your parents all will meet with administration beginning at 6:30 p.m. in the auditorium. All grade levels will begin class meetings at 7 p.m. It's an extremely important night for your parents and especially your teachers.
As some of you might know, last year the Dome had its grand opening. The first showing will happen during the NCHS Open House tomorrow. Following that, there will be a series of open houses for the Dome throughout September. During these open houses, Mr. Whitlock and the Science Department will be running a display on the capabilities of the Dome. This will include 4K films as well as traveling around the universe. It's going to be very interesting, so definitely make sure to ask your science teachers about the events.
For students looking to get involved in a club, Model UN might be the place for you. Being part of the Model UN is a great way to learn about current events, meet new people, and even travel. NCTV's Bianca Formoso caught up with captains Sebastian Saradakis, Tara Menon, and Amy Mang about the club and what they do. Let's see what they had to say.
Model United Nations, or Model UN, is a club where we simulate real debates and political topics discussed in the UN, where members represent delegations or delegates.
We are currently preparing for our scrimmage, which is at the end of this month, and our scrimmage allows especially our new members to strengthen their debate skills before our upcoming college conferences.
This year we plan on going to 2 college conferences. We will be going to UConn's MUN conference this November, as well as Boston University's conference next spring. We will also be doing some scrimmages with other nearby high schools to prepare for these conferences.
The club meets in room 215 on Mondays after school. If you guys are in need of a fun extracurricular, see Miss Arastu to sign up. You can find out more about Model UN and many other great clubs at the club fair on September 27th.
Attention students and faculty, the art department here at NCHS needs your artwork for the summer art show. It can be any style and you don't need to be enrolled in an art class to submit your work. Submissions were due on Monday, but if you still have something that you'd like to get in the show, get that to the art teachers as soon as possible, as the work will be displayed for the show next week. Reach out to art teachers Ms. Kaur, Ms. Penoyer, or Ms. Sinsky for more information.
Attention upperclassmen, some of you already know this, but if you didn't, you must purchase a parking pass immediately. If you have not done so already, be sure to do so or you will get ticketed without one. To purchase a parking pass, go to My School Bucks. After buying a ticket, print out the receipt and have a parent sign it. Then fill out the NCHS motor vehicle registration form sent out from Mr. Rothman's email. Once the form is filled out, bring the printed receipt to the attendance office and you're all set. Safe driving, everyone.
And while you're at it, seniors, something else you want to do is make sure to set up your senior meeting with your guidance counselor by going to the guidance office after you fill out your senior profile. Also, if you haven't already, be sure to book your senior photos with Legacy Studios by going to their website and selecting an available date. And speaking of pictures, underclassmen picture retakes are Tuesday, October 15th. And if you guys want more information, an email just got sent out to your classes, so make sure to check your inboxes. I know this year is going to be stressful, but you guys have got this.
Wow, sounds like we already have a ton going on here, and it's only the second week of school. But our Rams have not only been working hard in the school, but on the field as well. We have NCTV's Danielle O'Malley here to give us the update on the start of the fall season. Danielle?
Thanks, Catherine. And yes, our Rams are hard at work just a few weeks into the fall season. So let's get right into what they're doing this year. I'm Danielle O'Malley, and this is your Ram Sports Report. Boys cross country looks to come back for yet another dominant season, led again by Bill Martin, now in his 14th year as head coach. While the team suffered key losses in Braden Barber, they retained great senior leadership in captains Ryan Bollinger, Spencer Payne, Faisal Hussein, and Tim Orlup. The boys had their first meet yesterday where they cruised to victory over Darien, St. Joe's, and Trumbull, led by Bollinger, who ran a 16-12 3-mile. They now look ahead to the Wilton Invitational this Saturday. Field hockey looks to get out to a hot start this season after having to rebound from an 0-5 start last year, yet finishing with an incredible 13-8 record. Despite graduating stars Izzy Apel and Jane Holland, the return of seniors Serena O'Connor and Franklin and Marshall commit Ella Healy will help the team bounce back for another winning season. So far, the girls are 1-3 and face Norwalk tomorrow. Coming off a 3-6 record last season, girls swim and dive is looking to make some noise this year. The team had a great postseason, finishing 5th at FCIACs and 3rd at States. The girls only returned 2 divers, but one of which is the State Open champion junior Emma Kelly and sophomore Julie Frangione, who together dominated in the playoffs last season. Senior captains Peyton Mascarenas, Sam Haley, Amelia Martinez, and Lisa Tremblay looked to fill the losses of last year's leaders Emma Peloso and Skylar Lee. Head coach Kat Munson and the team have lots of returning talent and are excited for the rest of the season. The girls are already off to a 1-0 start after taking down Fairfield Ward on the road yesterday. Girls volleyball is looking to bounce back from last season after finishing with a record of 7-12 and unfortunately missing the playoffs. After losing star players Alexis Saradakis, Alex Steinberg, and Alexandra Gelvin, this year's senior captains Maggie Marshall, Brooke Gussich, and Anna Riccardelli look to fill that void. Additionally, seniors Avril McHale and Alex LaSousa, along with junior libero Mia Lockyer, will add extra firepower to this team. The girls have their first game at Stanford tomorrow, so go out and get a win. Girls soccer looks to improve their 9-6-3 record from last season, with senior captains Paige Place, Sydney Patton, Cece Patterson, Kate Kupchak, and Chrissy Gabriel leading the team. The girls lost prominent senior Emma Fitterty, now at Tufts, but look out for sophomore Claire Greisen and Emma's sister, freshman Liv Finnerty, as they look to impact an already strong team. The girls were tested in the first game of the season when they took on the second best team in the state, Staples, narrowly losing 1-0 in overtime. They currently sit at a record of 1-2 and are now looking toward their next game against Fairfield Ward at home today at 6:30. So come out and support the girls. Last season, boys soccer wrapped up with a 5-8-4 record and unfortunately didn't make the postseason. But it's a new year and there is a fresh slate ahead. Head coach Luke Green is back at the helm, ready to lead the team to new heights. This year's captains, Michael Gabriel, Will Hayes, Brooks Wunderlich, Joseph Gashi, Rohan Shenoy, and Will Arnold are all set to steer the team with their leadership and experience. However, the team will be looking to fill the shoes of Jack Kuda and Momo Sek, who were major contributors last year. But with key returnees junior Joey DeClercq on the wing and junior strikers Tristan Bardales and Dylan Ho, the team is expected to rise to the occasion. The current season is just getting started with a record of 0-2-1 after a narrow 2-1 loss to Fairfield Ludlow last night. They've got some exciting games coming up versus Wilton and Darien, so stay tuned. Boys golf is off to a great start, already undefeated with a 4-0 record. Head coach Bill Brown is back for his 25th year of coaching and hopes to improve from last year's season. Coach Brown believes he has a very talented team with good roster depth and hopes to get the FCAC title. A big loss for the team this year is Johnny Conderas, but with talented senior captains Brooks Thompson and Patrick Sachs at the helm, this should be an exciting season. Recently, Thompson was nominated for the Rudin Report Player of the Week after shooting a 35 on 9 holes. For that, Brooks, you are our Ram of the Week. Congratulations, Brooks, and happy belated birthday. If you want to nominate a future Ram of the Week, email us at nctv78@gmail.com. The boys' next matchup is tomorrow at Trumbull, so good luck, boys. Coming off a 13-2 season last year, girls cross country, led by veteran head coach Jeffrey Brenston, is looking to repeat their impressive performance. NCTV's Will Sexton spoke to Coach Brenston, who has high hopes for an undefeated season and much more. Let's see what he had to say.
So I've been telling the girls this season that we got to kind of build on what we did last year. Last year we managed to get Class L champions and FCAC runner-up. The hope is this year we can work a little bit harder and get in a position to win FCX class and possibly even the Opens this year. So, we'll have to do our best, but at the same time, the hope is we'll come away with an undefeated season.
With senior captains Radea Releva, Charlotte Moore, Jackie Daughtery, and Grace Driscoll, Coach Brenston's aspirations could definitely come true. With many key returnees and new talent, the girls have a well-rounded, strong team headed into the season. Their next meet is the Wilton Invitational on Saturday, so good luck, girls. And finally, coming off a second straight Class L state championship, boys football is looking for a three-peat. They are returning multiple starters, most notably senior captain and quarterback Luke Robinson. The other 3 captains will all be found on defense as seniors Connor Mazza, Simon Chakro, and Michael Smith look to continue their production from last year. NCTV's Rob Frangione and John Frieders asked Rams defensive coordinator Chris Silvestri about his senior captains and the experience they have in the program.
It's interesting. Our captains, for the most part, all 4 of them have had significant playing time in our last 2 state championships. So what they have seen and what they have experienced, they're able to grow that to this year's team and make that a highlight. And this is what we've done in the past that works. This is what we've done in the past that doesn't work.
The biggest loss for the Rams this fall will be if Alex Benevento, the wide receiver / DB, has graduated, meaning some new faces will have to step up. Coach Marinelli added yet another award to his office after he was named National High School Football Coach of the Year after winning his 14th and back-to-back state championship last season. The Rams will begin their road to another championship as they play Maloney this Friday night. I hope you guys all feel up to date on our Rams as they begin their fall seasons. Make sure to keep tuning in for more updates on our athletes as they move through the year. That's all from me. Back to you, Rob.
Thanks, Danielle. The fall athletes sound really busy, and I'm excited that we can finally see our Rams take the field again. I just hope the weather holds up for a while so I don't have to watch in the cold. Luckily, we have Mark Silva in front of the camera for the first time to give us this week's weather. Mark, I hope you've got some good news for me.
Thanks, Rob, and lucky for you, we haven't seen the last of summer quite yet. Good morning, NCHS. I'm Mark Silva here with this year's first NCTV weather report. Today is very similar to what it's been this week with some light winds and partly cloudy skies with heat in the upper 70s and going back down to the 50s at night. Tomorrow, once again, looks super nice with some cloudy skies and light winds, repeating that upper 70s heat and dipping back down to the 50s at night. Friday starts off the weekend with the last of the summer heat, reaching up into the lower 80s before dropping down to the high 50s at night. Some perfect weather to come down and support the girls' soccer as they take down the Greenwich Cardinals. The summer heat will continue into the weekend with following the trends of the low 80s and then going back down to the 50s at night. You're going to want to enjoy this beautiful weather while you can, Rob and Katherine, because it will come to an end by Wednesday next week as the rain starts. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Mark. I'm happy to hear that there's still some warm weather left.
Yeah, me too. Before we go, we want to remind everyone to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at NCTV78 and subscribe to our YouTube channel also at NCTV78.
And we would like to wish a very happy birthday to Montgomery Cullen and Bennett Hegel.
We leave you now with Maddie Elmernisi and Jason Generalis going around the school asking about the start of the school year.
Have a great rest of your week, NCHS.
Good morning, NCHS, and welcome back to yet another school year. I'm super excited to be back, seeing my friends again.
Same here, Jason. And I had a great summer, and I hope everyone at NCHS did too. And I hope they're ready for the new school year.
Personally, I had a great summer. I went down to the Outer Banks, enjoyed the weather. How about you?
Well, personally, I went to Morocco, enjoyed the beach and the weather there. And I actually wonder what NCHS did.
Let's go find out.
So, what's your name and grade?
My name's Alex Ivanov. I'm a senior.
Aiden Rama, and I'm a senior.
My name is Geraldine, and I'm a senior.
My name is Leonella, and I'm a senior.
Wells Mara, and I'm a junior.
Brody. Mr. Egan.
Finn Mako.
Jeffrey Moultrie. Owen.
And Blake.
My name is Nish, and I'm a freshman.
Cole.
What did you do over the summer, and how was it?
My summer was great, thank you, Maddie. Went back to Norway, where I used to live, then went to England, and then went to Greece after that. It was a really good time.
I went bowling a lot with my friends.
I played a lot of baseball, and my favorite part was probably going to Ireland. Played a lot of golf there. That was fun.
Well, most of the summer I was working at Acme with her, but I did go to Florida for a week, and it was fun. Yeah.
All right, what about you?
Yeah, we worked together at Acme, and I went to Charlotte, North Carolina.
I went to Albania, and I stayed at the beaches, and I went with my family.
I actually went to the Olympics. It was awesome.
Probably hung out with friends and went to Maine.
I did absolutely nothing over summer, but I was cooking up in the lab with football, you know.
Did some traveling and fishing.
Yeah, traveling, hanging out with my friends.
This summer I went surfing, golfing, and I took a trip to Costa Rica.
Is there any cafeteria food that you missed?
The big cookie.
The mac and cheese is good. The water.
The cookies, they're amazing.
I love the muffins.
Yeah, same, the muffins for me. So, what's it like coming from Saks to be a freshman?
It's pretty nice. I think there's a lot more freedom here, so.
It's a lot bigger. Classes everywhere. So, it's been, yeah.
Since you're a senior, well, how does it feel to be top of your class?
Feels good. Feels nice. I'm looking forward to college,
I think it's great. Comes with a lot of opportunities. Think about college. I'm looking to go to the UK. I think most people know that because I'm British. Yeah.
All right, thank you, mate. Well, looks like NCHS had a good summer. Hopefully we're ready for the new school year.
I'm just happy that football season's back. Hopefully to see the Jets in the playoffs this year.
Well, after week 1, you probably won't. Anyways,
have a good week, NCHS.